What's up everyone, Allan Morrow here and welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about kick drums and the kick sitting nicely in the mix. Now before I go into the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification bell, it really is appreciated and I'm just trying to build the channel so it really does help. So yeah, the kick drums. Now one thing that I get, a common issue that I see a lot and people come to me about is their kicks aren't punching through in their mix. Now when this is said to me or a client comes to me to look at this issue, one of the first things I do is I check to make sure obviously the kick to start off with is nice and punchy. And generally it either is or it isn't, in which case option one is the kick's totally fine. It's the rest of the mix that's causing the issue, or the kick is not that great and they just need to change the kick. So going back to kick one, let's say for example your kick is actually quite good. If your kick is fine on its own, but it's getting lost in the mix, generally it's not the kick's problem why this is being caused. It's other elements within your mix. So one area that I see this happen a lot in is intros, for example. You might have a kick that sounds totally fine really early on around the 33 bar mark, for example. And then as it starts to get a bit busier, you know, new elements coming in, acids, intro plucks, more percussion, all these sorts of things, the kick starts to get pushed further back in the mix. It starts to get lost. Now, if the kick sounded fine earlier on, it's really, it's these other elements that are causing the issue, not the kick. But one thing I see a lot is this will happen is in these busier sections, people will go to like approach their mix, look at, oh, my kick's now not punching through. So they'll do things like adding compression, you know, transient designers and all these different things, or even turning it up in this section when it was totally fine over there, because what you've done over there now is you've then turned that up over there earlier on. So rather than approaching all these different techniques to try and get your kick to punch through, what you want to be doing is approaching the other elements, because your kick was totally fine on its own when it was over there. So there's a number of different issues that obviously could be masking your kick in terms of with your mix and stuff to do with EQ, sidechain, all these different things. But 9 times out of 10, the issue isn't the kick, it's the other elements. Now, one thing that I have definitely noticed is when it might not be just one channel, for example, that's causing an issue. It could be a number of them that are just causing tiny little issues, and they start to compound across, say, 3 or 4 different channels. So one bit of advice that I give is to solo your kick and bring in each channel. Start to see, is that starting to tarnish the kick? Is it starting to mask it? Is it starting to send it back? And then obviously you want to mix everything around that kick accordingly. That's how I do it anyway. I mix everything sort of around my kick, and I use the kick as a reference point. If you want to see more information, obviously how I do that from the ground up, you can check the website for the tutorials on kick and bass, and obviously mix down as well. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's not the kick that's the issue. They're generally quite punchy. It's just the other elements that start masking that kick. And it is really important, you know, for that kick to start to punch through the whole way through the track. If you start to notice the kick's really disappearing, especially in the drop, if it sounds like it's really far back, or anywhere in the track, really, you really do want it to be punching through. It's driving the track forward, do you know what I mean? So you really want to make sure that's not getting masked. So yeah, I hope this advice helps. Obviously make sure your kick is punchy to start off with as well. You got to make sure you're using the right sounding kick for obviously the style track you're using as well. If you would like to check out some kicks, I've got the punchy kicks on the website as well, which should help you. But again, a punchy kick like that isn't just going to fix your mix. You know, you can have a really punchy kick, but you need the other elements to sit around it nicely as well. So I hope this has helped you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. As I say, please hit that subscribe and notification bell. And if you have liked the video, give it a thumbs up as well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching.